केअरफुल होतो कारण Dear friends, if ultimate currency is well-being in our life, we must try to understand what well-being is. The title of the lecture is Meditations on Well-being. Meditation means the mind is turned back upon itself. The mind stops all the thought waves and the world stops. Your consciousness expands. Every time you meditate, you will keep your growth. This quote from Swami Vivekananda gives the importance of meditation. Everybody who begins his or her day by meditating experiences joy in his work life as well as family life. This is the experience of the most of the adults in the world. Even the Western people who have adopted yoga methods, they have confirmed that it is great benefit for them. New idea. The need to be right all the time is the biggest bar there is to new ideas. It is better to have enough ideas for some of them to be wrong than to be always right by having no ideas at all. This quote of Edward de Bono clearly gives us idea that it is possible for us to generate many ideas. Then in all these many ideas, one will be new. If you are concentrating only on the new ideas, then getting ideas will be sometimes difficult. And this is experienced by most of the adults in their lives. Every real, even really new ideas look crazy at first. This Abraham Maslow statement is visible to everybody. Because many great ideas at the beginning were, computers have got only limited market. This was the statement of the people who were heading the computer industry at the beginning. And the expansion is such that it is really miraculous. The expansion is very fast. The number of computers that are being used in the world are so many that we will laugh at the people who gave those numbers that time. But they were the experts. Most of the contents of this lecture are derived from the contents of these two books, that is Happier and A Primer in Positive Psychology. Positive emotions and attention are very closely related. An unhappy person is less likely to be benevolent, that leads to further unhappiness. Positive emotions broaden the scope of attention. This is the observation, and one consciously observe his or her own behavior. It will be very clearly discernible to him or her. We are more likely to see beyond our narrow, inward-looking and self-centered perspective and focus on others' needs and wants when we have negative emotions. That's why it is very essential that deliberately we should try to have positive emotions, as many positive emotions as possible. Conscience is very important. What would make us happy, independent of how much might contribute to the happiness of others? This also is one of the important things. If the helping others is of sacrificial nature, you are trying to sacrifice this that time, then in the long run the relationship will not be good and it will not have positive emotions. To have positive emotion, it is very important that we should help others as if we are helping ourselves. So we have to decide with proper conscience. Unless we deliberate on this, this may not be possible for us. When we hurt people, our innate sense of justice inevitably leads to pay us price for the ultimate currency. In the Marathi literature, there is the story of Kola and Karkocha. Karkocha is called by Kola for a good meal, but the meal is arranged such that Karkocha cannot enjoy. And that is clearly indicating that if I am not having innate justice in me, so it is not possible for me to get the innate justice. Others will not definitely be behaving me with very properly if the sense of justice I lose in myself. So in every relationship, in every act, we should keep this in mind. This is ingrained in all the Marathi students in their school days itself. Sacrifice by definition is not pleasurable. Only sacrifice can never be pleasurable all the time. When we work out of the sense of duty, meaning and pleasure do not converge. And for getting enjoyment in the present moment, It is important that not only we help others, but we should find meaning and pleasure in that work. Then only that will be pleasurable. And sacrificial work may not be able to provide this unless we attach positive emotions to that. So that will be helping others is helping oneself, then only it is possible to get the pleasure out of the present moment in the work. Well-being and happiness is not about sacrifice, about a trade-off between present and future benefit, between meaning and pleasure, between helping ourselves and helping others. When I am helping myself, I am helping others. When I am helping others, if I feel that I am helping ourselves, then only the well-being will be boosted. And this kind of thinking we have to deliberately cultivate in our mind. And young minds are very capable of changing their behavior quickly. That's why I feel that Indian youth should take this cue and try to see that they are incorporating more and more activities which are contributing to the well-being in their lives. I have changed the sequence of the letters. On the happiness, authentichappiness.org side, it is PERMA. Here P stands for positive emotions, R stands for relationship, E for the engagement, meaning and achievement. They are very closely related to well-being. Well-being is about the synthesis of all the primary elements, these elements that I stated just now, about creating a life which is of all these elements. Essentially, to well-being and happiness is in harmony. So it is possible if I place all the elements that constitute well-being in harmony, I will be enjoying well-being, I will be helping others to enjoy their well-being as well. Pursuing self-concordant goals, engaging in activities that are personally meaningful impacts our experience in other areas. So when the goals are self-concordant goals and I am engaging in activities which are personally meaningful, definitely there will be a component, part of that activity will be contributing to the help of others. Then we should not stop from doing it. Many times, if the benefit is passed on to others larger and minimum benefit is passed on to us, people restrict themselves to put 100% in their activities. I think this is one of the impediments in the growth of the people, in the growth of the well-being in the society. So this needs to be cultivated properly. Those people who can identify sets of goals that well represent their implicit interests and values are indeed able to function more efficiently, flexibly, integratively across all areas of their lives. If you look at the successful people who have contributed to the development of the society around, here I would like to take the name of Prakash Amte. See, he went to the tribal areas and started practicing there. The poor people got the benefit. He is also enjoying the support of the society. Internationally, he is acclaimed for his first-class research. In addition to that, the most underprivileged sections in the Indian society are getting benefit of all his efforts. So these kinds of activities are really increasing well-being in great amount. Definitely, some elements of them are not pleasurable. So if we are enduring with the hardship, with a smiley face, then more and more such people will be in the society and more underprivileged people in the country will get benefit. Happiness boosters are very important. Meaningful and pleasurable activities can function like candle in a dark room to light up an entire physical space. See, one candle in a dark room is sufficient to look around. So one happy moment in otherwise hard work will definitely be incorporating the wish to continue with that work. One or two happy experiences during an otherwise uninspiring period can transform our general state. And once this general state is transformed, one can persist with the hard work. As I gave the example of Prakash Amte. So more and more youth should follow and try to see to it that not only they are getting maximum well-being, they are passing on the well-being to the people around them. Happiness boosters can inspire and invigorate us. Actions as both motivational pull and motivational push. See, when such examples are there in society, People who are watching this example closely and they relate with their inner strength, the elements of that example definitely will enter into the area and they will definitely contribute more to the well-being of the society. Well-being boosters also can be incorporated deliberately. Happiness boosters can help in the difficult process of change. A new and altered course of action can be included to improve the well-being. For rat racers, it is extremely difficult to disembark from the treadmill and include well-being boosters. A person who is concerned only with his career is not able to see what is the condition of the people around. Generally, he is a rat racer. Unless he make a deliberate attempt to see the situation around and try to find out the ways to develop the relationship, try to find out the ways to contribute to others' well-being. Others will not contribute their bit to his well-being unless we incorporate such well-being elements intentionally. Overall well-being will be difficult to get, and meditation definitely helps in broadening our vision, and we dispassionately look around for the possibilities of action where there are. Well-being boosters can be included even by the hedonist people. A hedonist lifestyle may be destructive, but it is addictive and difficult to give up. See, many times we find that people who are addicted to alcohol, they want to leave that habit, but it is really very difficult unless he or she forms a group of friends around him and they are supporting. One such example is that anonymous people who help each other to go away from the addiction. We can include well-being booster consciously. Once a person who was an addict comes out, he has got passionate relationship with the people who are addict and are not able to come out. So those people help other people so that overall that group comes out. So this is very important to inculcate healthy habits in the youth so that they can use their maximum time contributing to the well-being of themselves and the people around them. Role of boosters is very important. We must try to understand the role of happiness as well as well-being boosters. An easier, more manageable way of bringing about change in the quality of life is through the gradual introduction of happiness boosters. It is really very difficult to make an abrupt change for an hedonist, from hedonist to happiness type. But he decides that when he gets the inclination to enjoy the moment, he is asking his friend for help, and that friend is helping him to get over the impulse, then definitely happiness booster is in place. He is forming a relationship, and not only he is forming a relationship, that relationship is helping him to get into the horizon, the long-term purpose of his or her life, and they both together are forming a meaningful purpose to work. So it is very important that not only to go away from the addiction, even for studying difficult subject, students can form the group and help each other. So this will definitely improve their experience of education in their institutes. Inclusion of well-being boosters in spite of their non-pleasant experience is a part to increase meaning and engagement in our routines. See, meaning and engagement are possible when there is a long-term purpose. When there is a long-term purpose, then only I can form an activity which I may not be able to enjoy at the present moment, but I should persist with it. And slowly when I start enjoying it, then enjoyment plus meaning plus purpose will contribute immensely to the well-being. So such deliberate effort is necessary by using the boosters. Active pursuit is very important. By affording the opportunity for trial and error with minimal risk, happiness boosters can help us hone on what we want to do most. See, many things we want to do, but because of the societal pressure, because of the inhibition that we have ourselves put some self-limiting inhibitions. That is, see, I cannot do this work.